Driven by a passion for cinema and a growing need for variety in the Egyptian film market, Marianne Khouri, film director and producer and co-manager of Mr. International Films, launched the Panorama of the European Film, the sixth edition of which will run from the 27th of November to the 7th of December. The initial idea was to screen a number of selected European films in Cairo for 1 week every year, giving Egyptians the chance to watch a new kind of cinema that rarely finds its way to Egyptian movie theaters, since the majority of films distributed in Egypt are either local productions or Hollywood blockbusters. This year, the sixth edition of the Panorama of the European Film will be celebrating filmmaker Claire Denis, an icon of contemporary French cinema. In a dedicated retrospective, two of the author's most significant films will be screened: Beau Travail, her 1999 drama set in the desert of Djibouti, and The White Material, the film she directed 10 years later and based also in Africa. This time is an unnamed country from apart by civil war. Rising Egyptian star Mariam Saleh will perform a set of Sheikh Imam covers with an electro-rock twist on the stage of Falaki Theatre this Wednesday, the 27th of November, and Thursday, the 28th of November. Saleh has long been fascinated with Sheikh Imam, a revolutionary folk singer during the 1960s and 70s, whose music can still be heard in Tahrir during the protests. In 2012, Saleh released her debut album, Ana Mish Baghanni, I'm Not Singing, which mixed rock with folk Arabic lyrics. Saleh has also collaborated with Lebanese underground icon Ziad Hamdain to produce trip-hop covers of Sheikh Imam's music such as Nixon Baba. Scheduled to host a series of workshops intended to open dialogue with university students about what a sustainable Nile basin would look like, workshops will feature a screening of 60-minute documentary film on the Nile Project's most recent endeavor, the Nile Gathering, which took place in Aswan early 2013. Launched in 2011, the Nile Project is a long-term cultural project that aims to foster exchange between Nile basin countries through music and civil society initiatives. In January 2013, the first major project started with a 5-day gathering of civil society organizations to discuss Nile sustainability and environmental issues in Aswan. The gathering was followed by a 2-week musical residency, bringing more than 20 musicians from Nile basin countries together to create music that fuses and diverse styles of the Nile region. The next Nile gathering is scheduled to take part in Uganda in early 2014. The enchanting and imaginary world of Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream is materialized through theatrical scenography and costuming. The advanced students of Studio Ibda', Center of Artistic Creativity, working under the supervision of scenographer and puppeteer Nagi Shaker and stylist Naima Agami, were charged with creating these theatricals for Egypt's exhibition of A Midsummer Night's Dream to be hosted by the center. The costumes and scenography maquettes are displayed at the center premises, presenting works by these young creative professionals. The exhibition was inaugurated last week in the presence of Minister of Culture Mohammed Saber, Theater and Studio Ibda' Director Khaled Galal, and Cultural Development Fund Director Mohammed Abu Saada. The opening was also attended by renowned Egyptian actors such as Sabreen, Ahmed Bidir, Ashraf Abdel Ghafour, and Ahmed Fatouh.
In this edition of our weekly cruise along social media sites, we bring to you the most popular posts by Egyptians on Facebook and Twitter. Egyptian users mainly focused on hot issues that have taken place this week, especially the new demonstration law that have raised a lot of controversy. Egypt's president passed a law on Sunday making it illegal to hold demonstrations without the approval of the police and banning protests in places of worship. While some rights groups condemned the law as a blow to political freedom, others considered it necessary for the current situation Egypt lives. Some even went so far as to consider those opposing the law as a fifth column. Many users shared the status of Al-Masri Al-Yawm, which speaks of the opinion of Mukhtar Nouh, a former leader of Muslim Brotherhood, about the new demonstration law. Mukhtar comments that Egypt is in a state of war against terrorism. The law is against those who destroy and sabotage Egypt. Those who oppose the law have an intention of committing sabotage. Another important issue on social media this week is Egyptian-Turkish relations. Egypt and Turkey engaged in a diplomatic dispute on Saturday, with each country expelling the other's ambassador and downgrading diplomatic ties. There have been fears among Turkish students studying in Al-Azhar University that this diplomatic row will affect them, but Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayyib, the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, assured them the political tensions won't affect the students in any way. The post on Facebook praises the stance of Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayyib. Another post speaks of the benefits of ripe bananas in preventing cancer, as it was discovered by a recent Japanese scientific research. Eating one banana a day increases immunity. Moving on to Twitter, Egypt's Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced that it had informed Turkish Ambassador Hossein Avni Botsali that he had been asked to leave the country as he had been given the status of persona non grata, an unwelcome person. Ashraf al-Saad, an Egyptian businessman, tweets that the Egyptian stance towards Turkey will make many reconsider their stances towards Egypt. Egypt will never kneel down to any country, whatever it is. He comments that Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates are like one body. Al-Dustur newspaper tweets that National Revolution Party makes a declaration saying that Muslim Brotherhood members tried to hand Egypt to the Turkish president who thought he was an Ottoman sultan. Commenting on the new demonstration law, one user tweets that she is afraid General Sisi's supporters will make a demonstration to support the new demonstration law. Another tweet tackles the stealing of samples by German archaeologists from the majority of pyramids in Egypt that has been going since 2006, but that was only discovered recently. The German embassy condemns these acts and asks for interrogations into the matter. Moving on to YouTube, among the popular clips this week is a video of an Egyptian who faced the recent floods in Riyadh in a funny and creative way. The spontaneous reaction of funny cats in water is another video that has become very popular.
You are not the special one. Now that you are done, is it over for you? Over for you. I don't even have to cry, and I'll tell you why. There is nothing to lose, nothing to lose. Tell me why you call me now, and I have to believe I don't know how. Is it true?
Another popular video on YouTube is the following. That scary laugh.
Can you go? Ha ha ha? Can you go?
please don't forget to visit our website www.nileinternational.net.